Why, hello out there in YouTube land. This is Ben from Age of Print. And I've got just two things to show you here, but thought I'd tell you I'm feeling better. I know you're all happy about that. Still have a little bit of the cough, but feeling pretty well. I started feeling well maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and then I noticed I woke up in the morning, I think Friday, and I had pink eye in both eyes. So, you know, if it's not one thing, it's another. So, but my eyes are feeling better as well. But I thought I'd show you two things. One is a movie from Best Buy. And I watched this, I remember liking this as a kid. And it's a science fiction movie, and it's not a good movie, let's face it. But I thought it was interesting when I purchased it. It was on sale, I think for $7.99, Best Buy. And in the movie description, at the bottom of, you know, where you purchase it, it says it's a dull it's a dull movie and not a good scripted movie. And it says that right when you're ordering it. Well, what's the incentive to buy it? I don't know. Now, this movie had a very young Molly Ringwald. You know, and she did an okay job. But it had the bad guy in this movie was Michael Ironside. And I always loved him growing up. If you don't know who that is, I was trying to think of the most famous movie that I know him from. And that would be probably Top Gun. He played Jester, who was the second in command under Viper in the Top Gun movie. And he was great. He was just and he plays a good bad guy. He was also the bad guy in, I believe, Total Recall. If you haven't seen the original, I know they did a remake a couple years ago with, I think, Colin Farrell. And I remember thinking that was okay. But the first one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, really good movie. But this movie here, it actually says in the description, you know, it's a dull movie. That's just very funny to me. And the fact that I bought it. Yeah, why did I buy it? I don't know. No, actually, I did like this as a kid. It also has Ernie Hudson, who was one of the gentlemen in Ghostbusters. But yeah, it's called Space Hunter: Adventures in the Forbidden Zone, and I remember it being a pretty not well made movie. But I wanted to see it, and it was on sale, and I figured, well, I have a lot of kind of weird movies like Hell Comes to Frogtown, even though that was a lot better than this one. See, you can see there, this little boy-looking person, that's Molly Ringwald. And then Peter Strauss. And then on the back, you know, there's the Michael Ironside. And sort of looks like the bad guy from Captain EO. I don't know if many people saw that, but from Disneyland back in the day, the Michael Jackson movie that they played. Sort of looks like that. And I believe, I remember him being half electronic. So, if you really want a not so good movie, you know, go ahead and watch that. But, you know, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse. And I also have a package here. I believe this is going to be more, I have a couple of orders coming. Master of Kung Fu. So let's see what this is here. Fine. This is well taped. Let me tell you. Wow. Maybe I can just cut the package. There we go. Yeah, got it. Cardboard. There's... Okay. They used a lot of tape, just like I normally do. And just off the bat, I'm not super happy. I don't see any boards. I hope they're bagged. We'll see here. These are supposed to be in pretty good shape, so maybe they felt like they didn't have to bag and board them, but How can you not bag and board comics? I don't quite understand that one. Especially if if you've sold them in the past, if you're a seller, you always bag and board them. Always. And they're not. They're bagged. Well, let's see here. Well, they don't look in terrible shape. I might have gotten lucky with this first one. This is number 42. It started, I believe, at number 15. So this is, see, it's just it's not a good bag either. It's not a good bag. But love that old 70s. Maybe this is probably neat. Late 70s? Mid 70s? I love that art. Shockwave. Does it say the year? I can't see. I'd have to take it out. I will be rebagging and boarding these, but wow. Here's another one just in a bag. And it's got a crease in it on the corner. I don't know if that was there before or not. I'll have to look. But you can see, if you just put them in bags, look here at the very corner. I don't know if it's gonna catch it. You see right here, there's just a small little dent, little crease. This is number 43, so this is also gonna be what, mid 70s. Otherwise, it's in pretty good shape, but that's what happens when you don't board. The bag itself. Bags aren't going to protect your comic books. This one's number 44. This one's got few spine ticks. And see what happens here at the you might be able to see part of the plastic there. This very tip is folded in because it might have hit something, who knows. But then the comic book will also get that same dent. And that's not what you want. Especially from older comics, like I've always said, I'm okay with condition being fine. 6 or higher, CGC 6 or higher. If I was send them into CGC, I'd want it to get at least a 5 or higher. And this probably would, even with the spine ticks. But still. See, number 47. This one is got some spine ticks as well, but you can see down here at the bottom, when the comic book rests and you have them resting like this, it can also get you a small, just a very small, I don't think you can see it that well, but right down here at the very bottom, it rubs a little bit. It's not a crease, but just a little rubbing will make the comic book go down in value, or at least down in condition. So, and this is the other one I got from this guy, number 51. It looks like it has a subscription crease in the middle of it, but this was just part of it. It was just a lot. I didn't order these individually. I have an order coming, which I should get next week, from New Cadia. I'll talk about them in a second. So this one, as you can see, actually you can't probably see it. It's right where between the C and the O. You see that line there at the very top? And it runs all the way down. So it's a subscription crease. And it has, this one has a little bit, so you can see a spine roll. Now this says the year 77. So the other ones were probably early 77. What month is this? Does it say? April. So those other ones might have been 76. You see the spine roll? The staple there? You can see the spine roll. So this one's not in great shape. And if I find another one for a couple bucks, I'll probably buy it and replace it. So that's what I have for you to show you right now. I have one coming, an order coming, I think from 7 or 8 Comics from New Cadia. If you order a lot of comics, you probably have heard of them. N-E-W, so new, and then Kadia, K-A-D-I-A. Have a ton of backstock, ton. So if you're collecting anything, you know, they usually give you a discount too if you buy 3 or more, I think. Then you get like 20% off. That's why I bought seven or 8 comics going their way to get the discount. But I have them coming, so I'll show you those next week. And boy, talk about a turnaround. Monsterpalooza this year. I was gonna get the Scream. You know, I talked about them before. Nev Campbell and Matthew Lillard. And Jamie Kennedy's going to be there. So I was going to get all 3. Then last week they show Clive Barker is going to be there. And my whole thought process changed. And, you know, I have to get Clive Barker because of my Hellraiser poster. Well, who else would I get then? You know, I've got Doug Bradley and I think her name's Ashley Lawrence. From Hellraiser, and I'm going to get Clive Barker. I'll have to probably get there 2 hours early, but I'm going to get Clive Barker. Then they, you know, the Anthony Michael Hall. I still have that Funko Pop to have him signed from Breakfast Club. Then they just released the guy who I missed last year at Comic-Con, John Milius, is going to be there, who was the creator of Conan the Barbarian, or the director of the movie. Sorry, not the creator. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I love that movie. And, I mean, I'll have to search for it, but I have a comic book signed by Sandahl Bergman, who played Valeria in Conan the Barbarian. And maybe I'll have him sign that. I remember at Comic-Con, he was $80. I think that's one of the reasons why I did not get him. So we'll see how much he is this year. And there's another gentleman there. I think his name is William Stout. He did the storyboards for Conan the Barbarian. So it'd be kind of neat to have, you know, something signed by both of them. I don't remember. I'll have to show in the next video maybe the Conan, if I can find the comic book I had Sandahl Bergman sign. And see if I want that one signed, or I think there's another comic book from the movie. I think I have that one too, but I'm not sure. I'll look for it, and I'll show it to you when I get those other Master of Kung Fu comics next week. But just thought I'd show you that. And then, if you want something funny to read, the Space Hunter, just type in Space Hunter when you're on Best Buy, and it will say weekly scripted movie. Wait, weekly scripted and a dull movie in the description of what the movie is. It's just, couldn't believe when I read that. And they're right, but why put that on there? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. How you're supposed to sell them. You're not supposed to tell everybody how bad it is before they buy it. You're supposed to tell them, hey, this is a crappy movie after they buy it. You know, but anyway, thought that was funny. I am going to Laughlin this weekend with the wife for Valentine's Day. So I will hopefully get my shipment of Master of Kung Fu comics, and I will do that probably next week. So once again, I'm feeling better, and I hope everybody else is. I hope everyone has a great week and a great weekend. And yeah, 2020 is so far a pretty good year. Except for the flu and the pink eye and all this disease. So, other than that, it's a great year. Great. So, I will talk to you later. And once again, my name is Ben from Age of Print. Thank you so much.